Everybody, how's it going? Let's talk college basketball relatively fast. I was sent a copy of the NCAA men college basketball algorithm completed today and asked a question about what do I like? And I did a video about what I liked before it was fully ready. But I want to be able to answer those questions because I don't know how many of you are monitoring the files yourselves, but we can look at results and we can talk about things, and I can give you an idea of what's going on here. And there are things, very predictable things about home teams. So far, we're 9-1 tonight. We're going to look at more of the games though. So let's just go through all the things we talk about first by going over some scores. I like to do this if I'm going to review this file. I like to do the scores manually rather than have it automatically import because I want to see how far we were off on things. So, for example, Virginia college basketball score.
The final score was 55-50 Virginia.
So Virginia wins a lower scoring game than the algorithm said. Algorithm thought there were going to be a lot more points. All right, good to know. So we're overestimating points in our prediction for this game. We didn't make it a good defensive game as much. Kansas State college basketball score.
The final score was 81-64 Kansas State.
That's pretty much awesome. Memphis college basketball score.
They won 87-71 today against Arkansas Little Rock.
So they score more, but it's a pretty nice margin of victory. They had to cover 26 points though. That's crazy. Can't do anything on a game like that, I feel like. Baylor college basketball score.
They're leading the Tarleton State Texans men's basketball 74-54 in the second half.
Right. So it's not over, but they're definitely going to win because there's only a minute 28 left. Bradley college basketball score.
The final score was 56-54 Bradley.
Bradley barely wins on the road at -190. Barely. I've been to Southern Illinois, Edwardsville's stadium. I have a video of me there somewhere on YouTube. I'll dig it up. I've been there. The game was canceled because of COVID that day when I was there. Before I got there, I had nothing to do with it. I didn't have COVID either. But let's keep going. Oklahoma college basketball score.
They won 75-53 today against Kansas City.
Kansas City. So Arlington lost here. I remember saying in the video, I'll take Arlington. They lost by 3, so they definitely covered though. Wisconsin Green Bay college basketball score.
They won 56-45 against Green Bay.
56-40. What? No, that's old. It's not right. Let's try that again.
They won 75-53 today against Kansas City.
That was what I said before. Let's try this. That's why I said I should do Loyola. Loyola, Illinois college basketball score. I think it's Chicago. Actually, is what
they won 70-46 today against Green Bay.
That's making sense. As you can tell, because we almost get the score exactly right. Northern Iowa college basketball score. This one I think is still going.
They're trailing Toledo 64-59 in the second half.
7 minutes left though, so that's not over. All right, the rest of these games are going to be going on. So with all those scores in here, we're 17-2 so far at a 5% bump, and our home teams are 15-1, only losing Texas versus Illinois. Still in progress and haven't started yet. Duke, Idaho, Pacific has started, San Jose has started, Wisconsin versus Maryland college basketball score.
They're leading Maryland 37-33 in the second half.
I believe that at home. It's a lot of wins. So things I said in the video, Texas loses, but so far everything else I think has been doing okay or won. Wilmington won, Georgia Tech won, but they didn't cover. They won. So it's just one of those where home team and injuries on the other side just push them over the top to win the game. Butler wins. Wofford wins. I said stay away, but these are winners. Don't ever listen to me. Listen to the algorithm. And overall on the day are 17-2. Now we're not great along the spread. And so the question that I was asked was about spread cover number and like, what do you do here? Well, you can sort by spread cover number, meaning these are the teams where it did think that we were going to cover the spread. And of games that are already finished, we're 6-13. But is there any order to up top? You're 2-2 in the top 4 so far. But you've got to watch out for how many points the team has to cover. And so that's why I have this slicer here. So the slicer is saying, like, I don't think any team can actually reliably cover a ton of points, anything over 10 or even 9. So I'm saying let's not look at these games where the spread is more than 7, right? And I would argue even more than 5 or way down here, almost. That's about as far as I go, is like right here. These games are 1-6. So it's still, it's still like we're winning games, but we're not winning against spreads. So spread cover numbers, when spread cover numbers are negative, it's still doing this right though. Yeah. So it's bad. It's tough. And that's why I think that betting against the spread is really difficult to reliably win. Yet I see things like home teams on here and I see 15-1 and I'm like, well, if you'd made straight bets on all these teams, just put $1 on every one of them, you're absolutely up money because you've only lost one of them. And some of these return reasonable -150s, -175s. And so what's left is these. So if you did the same thing here, you probably go 4-1 or better and you win. In that sense, it is that simple. But what do you choose as a threshold about how much you're willing to bet? I mean, I don't know the answer to that. I just know how to make the algorithm put a lot of wins together. And basically that's saying take home teams. I mean, how did our away teams do? So far, they're 2-1 at a 5% bump. And yep. And Toledo is beating Northern Iowa right now also. So whatever. All right. Good luck, everyone. Algorithms doing what it looks like good things and predictable things. And even though the lines are not great, there's too many winners to not bet home teams and have most of them win. Like I say, like 90% here, you're at 94% right now so far today. So there's truth in advertising in that when you can look at this thing about half of the week and see home teams, especially home teams above 10% margin. Look at this by margin, not by spread cover. This is what I'm talking about. This is over 10% margin. Cuts off right here too, by the way. It's like if you put all of them on a parlay, you'd be like, all right, everything over 10% margin, I'll put on a parlay if it's home. Because there you go. You've got these 13 that you could have hit. What's in progress? Nothing. Yeah, no, yeah. You wouldn't have known to stay away from Texas, except for the fact that they're such a strong team and they're playing a really strong team in Illinois that's why the margin is not so great, because they're both really, really strong teams. All right. So I hope that's an update. Someone will probably send me this tomorrow again. We'll find out. All right. Good luck, everyone. I hope you pick one today and I hope they continue to win. See ya.